The idea that the US dietary guidelines are making Americans sick just doesn't make any sense. For starters, almost nobody actually follows the guidelines, so how can something that most people don't do be the cause of Americans' poor health? And second, we have a new meta analysis of observational studies on the Healthy Eating Index and mortality risk. And the Healthy Eating Index essentially scores diets according to how closely they align with the US dietary guidelines. The results suggest that those who do actually more closely follow the guidelines have a 20% lower risk of all cause mortality and a 19% lower risk of both cardiovascular disease and cancer mortality. These results were also fairly consistent amongst the various subgroups, whether only looking at studies with at least 15,000 participants or at least 15 years of follow up, for example. And they conducted dose response analyses, which suggest that the closer you adhere to the guidelines, the lower the risk gets. So it's not all or nothing, and even modest shifts towards adhering to the guidelines could be of benefit. But what I really want to draw your attention to is the consistency of the results. For example, if you look at the results for all-cause mortality, they're incredibly consistent amongst the various studies, with every single study pointing towards a benefit with higher adherence to the guidelines, and most of those results being statistically significant. So we have different researchers at different institutions across America and in parts of Asia conducting studies using somewhat differing methods, including hundreds of thousands of participants from different populations, all pointing in the same direction. So I would say we can be pretty confident in the findings.